So Nia's a very new sort of addition to the team. She only switched for ADCC. We started working together properly for ADCC trials, and then obviously she qualified, did very well in her trials run, qualified for the World Championships, and then went to ADCC in Vegas. And then that's when she officially joined the team, and then as the rest is history. But essentially we've been training with each other since she was a child. She was coming to the elite squad training as a yellow belt that I was one of the coaches of, and my wife Samantha, the other owner of Raw Jiu-Jitsu, used to run her womanars, and Nia was attended every single one from the first. So there's a long history between the families, shall we say.
Okay, you're in.
She's already one of the best women in the world. She's proven it by winning trials, showing a good performance at ADCC. She's going up against one of the best girls to fight for a belt on Polaris. So she's already up there at the age of 20. So given a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're looking at one of, if not the best woman in the world.
I mean, like, do you advance from one day to another?
No!
That's what I thought.
We are in my gym, Adamus Jiu-Jitsu, here in Toledo. We've been here at this location for about 5 years now. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we have a morning session that's for the competitors only. So it's 8 a.m. or 9:30 every day. Today we came in, it was not a light day, but it was a little bit of a different day, so no sparring rounds, is more just specific training, drilling, and different situational. So at the end of the day, those are usually pretty hard sessions, but we get in, get out in about an hour and a half.
So basically today, usually with the comp sessions, we're always trying to design them around the tournaments we're doing. So right now, hands is coming up, so we start in a lot of positions where like you'll end up in an IBJJF settings, and we have like goals in mind to score. So we're always trying to keep that scoring mindset in our heads, because ADCC is a lot different than IBJJF. IBJJF is a lot different than sub only. So today is more IBJJF focused. For me, I mean, when I first started training with him, it was very hard because it was just like a different level of training, discipline, and all this stuff. Now I kind of really just enjoy it. It's kind of just standard business. We come in here, we show up every day, and that's all there is to it. I don't think there's a lot of people in jiu-jitsu who actually train as much as we do. So for me now, it's pretty standard at this point, bro. It's like part of my life. It's easy for me now. At first, it was really hard, for sure.
So, training with Helena since she's joined the team has been interesting. Definitely a very unique training partner. She has incredible isometric strength and flexibility that is very difficult to deal with. Of course, in addition to very high level of technique, but those are the two remarkable qualities that when I'm in given situations are very frustrating to deal with. Like when I go to try to pass the guard, it's like something that normally would pass, it's like all of a sudden a foot flies in, from nowhere, and the flexibility takes over, and her guard retention is incredible. And then when I get into a bad position, she's on my back, she's in mounted position, whatever the case may be, it's like there's just almost no room to escape. Like places where I would normally with most opponents be able to find a little bit of room to slip inside and kind of turn and face an opponent when they're on my back or something like that. Those positions just aren't there, and when they are, it's like I have to give up. She makes an immediate transition to like a Jujigatame or something like that, for example. So it's everything that everything that I get in a training session, I have to earn, and usually painstakingly so. Usually to the point at which I'm, put in additional danger that I have to escape before I can like begin an offensive sequence again. She does a really, really good job. She has a great transition game where she moves from one threat to the next threat to the next threat. It's one of the things that we've always emphasized as a team, so it fits in very, very well. She's improved a ton since she's been here, which is even more difficult to deal with. So it gets tougher and tougher every day. But it's been an incredible training experience. We're closer to each other's body size than some of the other guys on the team. Some of the other guys on the team are much bigger and stronger, so it's probably like a much closer matchup for opponents that she's going to have the opportunity to compete against. So it's been a great experience in some ways, and a very devastating experience for me. Getting repeatedly submitted by her as well. So.
K-guard entries.
It's insane, really. It's like the thing with Nia is that she never lets you breathe. I think it's like a lot of people play a more technical game, which I can kind of flow with and roll with them. I think with Nia, you can never really start your own offensive cycle, or at least I can never start my own offensive cycle because she's always attacking. I find I'm always on the back foot, and I think it's that kind of pressure why her opponents struggle to deal with her so much. It's like there's never that chance to kind of switch the pace or like dictate your own pace in the match. It's more like the pressure's always on. I think like whenever I've seen her compete, it's always just you talk to her and she knows she's going to win before she's even stepped on the mat. It's like there isn't really a question in her mind. It's like I was speaking to her earlier today, and she's been competing at the highest level competitions her entire life. When she was a green belt, she'd compete in the adult divisions and she'd beat everyone. So I think it's the confidence as well. Like the confidence that she's going to win. I think confidence in your technique, confidence you're going to win. But against her opponents, I think she holds up that well, I think.
I'm super excited. I competed around the same time last year, so I'm just really happy to be back and to show how much I've progressed since last year. So I used to work with Bradley when I was younger, when he was back based in London, and then I've made the switch over to Royal this year, September officially. But I've been working with him a lot just throughout the year in general, and it's just been amazing for my jiu-jitsu. He's really helped with my confidence on the mats and just developing my game and helping my jiu-jitsu evolve in general. Just my jiu-jitsu in general, I feel like I've really rounded out my game, so I'm pretty confident from every position, and I'm really excited to showcase it next Saturday. Oh, she's incredibly talented. She's super young. She's got an amazing guard, so I'm really excited to test myself against her. She got second at the ADCC trials. She got to the final, so I'm really excited to just see how my jiu-jitsu goes up against her. She's someone who comes to fight, who comes to submit, and I'm the same, so it'll be nice to go head-to-head with her.
Thanks, Dan.
My mentality, I'm just in there, I'm looking for the sub, hunting for the sub. I like quite fast-paced matches. One thing I like about no-gi is all the scrambles and the potentials for different positions. So I think coming into competitions, my whole mentality is submission, to be honest.
We'll see you then. Otherwise, have yourselves a great weekend. Bring your feet together, guys. It's back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Samson.